Hello and welcome to Mobile Friday. In today's game, we're going to be playing a Konami game. We're going to be playing Edens Zero. And I've been kind of curious about this one. This it's not so much me looking at the charts and seeing what's new, it's me looking around and going, that's something I might like the look of. If you're familiar with the anime and manga Fairy Tail, then the art on the icon will look familiar because it's the same guy who's doing it. So the point of Mobile Friday is to start a game for the first time. See if it's something that you can play on the go or if it's something you have to do at home. Sometimes some games need gigabytes of extra data before you can play them. Other games, there's no data, but there's an hour tutorial to do before you can play it. So that's kind of what Mobile Friday is. A quick look at the game, quick look of what the loading's like, the tutorial's like, and yeah. I'm playing on an iPhone 14 Pro, so I also get to talk about the dynamic island. I think in every game I've played since I've got the iPhone 14, the dynamic island has had an issue here and there. Nothing major, nothing that completely blocks what I'm looking at, but I do have this recorded on a TV beside me so I can have a look and see if there is something behind the island that I'm missing. So here we go with Edens Zero, and now it's a horizontal game. Okay, so I'll just switch my phone over. Language choices, a couple of Chinese, a few of the Europeans, South American Portuguese. It's not too bad. Japanese is going to be listed at the top. That could be because of the region I'm in. I live in Japan. But it could also be that this is a Japanese game. I'm going to stick with English though. Here we go. So yeah, like I said, I'll stick with Japan on that one. Now I'll let you guys read the terms of use and currency terms in your own time. For today, I'm kind of just ploughing through these. I don't do any of the watch an advert, get health stuff. Let's get what's the most we can do in the time we have. So as you can see, I have a unique box myself. You guys might have your own box. I couldn't remember what PG stood for. Pocket Galaxy. We're version 1.8.0. You can see that in the top left. That's Unreal Engine. See the bottom right. Yes, there are icons, and you might be able to guess what they are. But I would prefer them to have some sort of label so we can see it. Like, what could the hand one be? Is that left-handed, right-handed mode? Help? I is obviously information. I guess in the phone one, from my experience, would be phone transfer. Many games have a situation where they it's not limited to account, it's limited to phone. So I've had instances, especially here in Japan, with some Japanese games where I've updated my phone, got a new one, and I cannot play the game anymore. Well, I cannot play my character in the game because that character was tied to a specific handset, and I forgot to go through the process of transferring said character to a new phone. So beware on some games. You do get these hidden things and they often don't tell you about it. So I'm hitting start. You can probably guess what I'm going to type if you've watched some of my other videos, but here we go. Okay, this is interesting. Download data. I am on Wi-Fi. And we got voices, as an option as well. You can see we got with VA, without VA. That's what the WOVA stands for. I'm going to go for all data, so we can roughly see how long it takes, but it also gives me a chance to test the iPhone for how hot it gets. some downloads, you'd be surprised, the iPhone can heat up a little bit. So I'm going to hit begin on download. What do we get? Video. Oh, okay, we get something to watch. It's good, it gives you a taste of what the action and gameplay's like. Better than like a tip sheet or something. You can see the character art is very, very reminiscent of Fairy Tail. And for reference, my dynamic island is the right side of the screen. That's very much looking like Lucy. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Having this as something to watch kind of gets you excited for what you could be doing. But there's all could. I'm not too sure what the... It's already said there's a tutorial, so we don't know how long that's going to be. So it's a very long video. In my experience, I've had many games where there's been a video or something to watch in the beginning, and it's very short, so it just loops and loops and loops. If you guys saw this as a trailer, put in the comments if just seeing this as a trailer would get you excited or make you intrigued about the game. Because I've not seen any trailers for this game. I only looked at it because I recognised the art style. If I saw this as a trailer, I would have probably gone and downloaded it. I might have asked if it was a Wii game, to be honest. Not a Wii U, Switch game. The artifacts in the video are not as apparent on my small phone screen, but they are apparent on the TV. Okay, we got about 60% before it loops. That's not too bad. I imagine it might be, if you're just doing the tutorial stuff where it's like half the size, that the video is probably timed pretty good for that. My phone is not getting too hot. I haven't really noticed any temperature change, but it does feel like it's taking a little bit of extra time to download. The only thing this trailer kind of needs is like names for these characters. This character, I'm wondering if she's like the bad guy, E4, or on the bad guy team, because that could mean that we're playing like two sides of a story. That's me trying to guess from what's happening from the trailer. Interesting. The first loop got to about 60%, and the second loop only got to about 90%. It did feel like the download was taking a little longer. But of course that may not just be my internet. My internet's plugged into like the apartment internet, so if there are other people in the building, they might be using it as well, so got to take that into consideration, of course. Oh, I just noticed the gun says Happy. Again, if you've seen Fairy Tail, Happy was a cat character in that game, in that movie, game, in that anime and manga. So there's probably going to be some Easter eggs in here. It's been a little while since I saw Fairy Tail, so I may not get all of them. So if you see any other Easter eggs, feel free to put them in the comments. It'd be quite fun to read them. Okay, so we've got a little bit of context here, but we do have a choice to skip it. I'm not going to skip it, this is my first time of course. But it looks like our character's called Shiki. And he's the only human on the planet Granbell. He encounters a beekeeper girl called Rebecca, who's visiting the planet. And thus their adventure around the universe begins. So, very light on the details. So let's hit start. So after all that, the phone is a little bit warmer, not uncomfortably warm. Ah, nice. Even in the top left, we've got an option to skip. And dragon could also be a fairy tale Easter egg. Kind of nice little opening video. That's got to be the spitting image of Happy from Fairy Tail. Ah, I can hit auto. I missed that. Top left, next to skip. So I'm going to hit auto and just we can see how fast the game thinks we should read. It's like the characters have got kind of like a polygon count, a high polygon count, and the scene around them seems quite low. It's like a PS3 character on a PS2 game. Of course, if it's a theme park and there's a boy there, it kind of makes you wonder, where's the boy left at the theme park? Kind of sad. Oh, it's nice that auto is kept on as well. I'm not too sure what the two other boxes on the top right are. Oh, it's a few years later. Huh. I had to touch my screen then. My screen went dark. Often games like this are set so when there's cutscenes, screens don't go dark.
日は特別なんだ。10年前に魔王様が連れてきて孫のように可愛がってた人間の子。
魔王。
そういう配役の一番偉い機械だったんだ。もう壊れちゃったけど。
そっか。
さあさあ、もう遅いし、今夜は2階に泊まっておいて。
その前にこいつの髪切っていいですか？気になって気になって。
僕たち人間のセンスわからないし、いいよ。
じゃあ
城主様、あの娘は。
分かっておる。時は来たということじゃ。
I wonder if they're talking about him. Cheeky. I wonder if they're talking about him actually leaving. I think I'm seeing some pop in, like the textures and stuff. But the game's loading a bit quicker than the textures are. So tap the marker. So there's the eye. We list all requests and stuff. You can see on the left we've got the D-pad. Okay, it's moving to where I put my finger, or my thumb I should say. That's good. Yeah, you just saw it there. It's weird how it's kind of still loading the textures.
上司様、そいつは俺の友達だ。他の国から来たんだ。悪い奴らじゃねえ。
我々は100年この時を待っていた。外へ行くための船を持つ者。この人間は消す。外の世界へ行くために。
何言ってるかわからねえけど、ほどいてやってくれよ。みんなも上司様に何とか言ってくれよ。
人間は敵。我々を見下せ。
道具としか思ってない。平気で壊す。僕は道具じゃない。
ウイルスで我々には自我が芽生えた。人間の道具ではないという自我が。我々は人間どもに復讐する。この世界は機械が
I think you can imagine why no one's been here in over 100 years.
敵じゃ。
なんてみんな友達だろ。
やめなさいよ。
It is a little sad.
マリジョが月はこの国の人みんな友達だって言ってたのよ。友達って機械とか人間とかじゃないでしょ。
もう友達じゃねえんだな。
お前は人間。我々は機械。共にはなれぬ。やるぞ。魔王より
Okay.
別にしその
You
力。
tap to attack.
月のあの力。
There's a countdown on that one. Okay. So the game's locking on for me. I'm not actually doing any targeting. I'm just hitting the attack button like it's asking. Oh, I forgot I could move. Okay, so we do have a bit of freedom. It doesn't look too bad on the small phone screen, but it does give off kind of bigger console, or even perhaps Apple Arcade. It feels kind of like a bigger game.
俺は好きだ。
lock on. Yeah, a little busy to see on such a small screen. I'm not 100% sure I know where my health is either. You just saw then, through the rock and debris, that there was a reddish outline. Oh, I'm really a little bit sad about Michael, and if you saw his character picture, he was crying as well.
船だけど外を見て。ここは桜コスモス。これは宇宙をかける船。
宇宙って概念は知ってる？
それくらい知ってるぞ。あれだろ、ほら星がいっぱい浮いてて。
I think it would have been nice to have like a small video cutscene of the ship taking off and getting into space.
シキは無事宇宙へ行ったか。
Oh, that's nice.
行ってよかった。機械の我々は止まってしまう。こんな星に人間相手はいかん。
魔王様に四季を宇宙に出してくれと頼まれていたしね。
That's a happy plot twist. One that makes sense.
全員直してやるってさ。
みな良い演技であった。
魔王様、約束は果たしました。でもこんなに悲しい気持ちになるなら、こんなに寂しい気持ちになるなら、心なんていらなかったのに。
It's actually kind of sad, actually.
でね、宇宙にいろいろあって、ここは桜
He
コス
killed
モ
his
ス。
own friends.
あれが俺のいた星。
惑星グランベル。星そのものが一つのテーマパークの星。
みんな友達だった。
Let's hope he's smart enough to kind of realize what they did for him.
最後はおかしくなっちまったけど、みんな友達だった。ありがとな。みんながいたから寂しくなかった。
私の名前はシャン
As for the dynamic island in that fight, it wasn't in the way.
この物語の語り部とでも思ってください。重力のエーテルギアを持つ少年が故郷を旅立ちました。彼にはこれからどんな運命が待ち受けているのでしょう。後に大宇宙に名を残す男、四季グランベルの冒険の始まりです。
Lots of stuff that I have no idea what they're for, or if they're any good or not. It's always nice to get looting games like this, but right at the beginning, getting so much of what I don't know, I think it would have been fine. Just give me like some money and a nice hat or something. I'm not going to hit start game. I'm going to watch and see what this is all about. Plus, it's kind of like the traditional thing to do here in Japan. Watch all the openings, watch all the credits at the end. So, if you ever come to Japan and watch a movie, don't leave the cinema until the credits are finished. And don't get your phone out either. Huh, that character looks very much from, Fairy Tail, I can't think of the name. Ziggy. Okay. Various login bonuses for things I don't know, or like if I click that. Sakura Speckled Skies. But again, doesn't really give us any information. So there's something about cards. Or maybe it's like characters you can work with or items, and the stars is rarity. Don't know, just having to guess there. All these bonuses keep coming. Of course, top left you could skip it. Okay, so yeah, like you got information at the start, nothing unusual. My hint don't allow, but that's my own choice. I don't want to presume that I'm going to be playing this game after today. So, we can move around. We've got some items at the bottom. She's following us. But I'm going to hit top right. Well, let's look at the gifts, because we got all these stuff. So I'm going to take all of them. Looks like this game might still be in its early release phase, so there's some bonus gifts for that. Go look at settings, display. Interesting, I don't know why it's set to low, even though I have an iPhone Pro 14. So I'm going to hit normal. It could be, it would default to normal if your phone's plugged in, maybe. Volume, music, effects, voice. Okay, no, leave that as notifications. So if I enable that on my phone, that would work. Username, we've done that. Downloads. Nothing to download, okay. Link your data to what? Konami ID. Game Center, okay. Achievements. Hey, we got achievements. 5. Hey, at least we got one. Okay. So we got some stuff there. Equipment. Good, there's an optimize button. So if I hit optimize, what happens? Bah, it's total for now.
なるほど。
So we've got happy at the bottom. And optimize her.
映えるかな。
Okay, that was easy. Missions. So if we're doing stuff, okay, we get money, that's fine, makes sense. Has that taken all of these? Yes, it has. Some games only do it on the same page. So gifts. Okay, it goes to gifts. Take all. Okay, so that was a quick little look at that. Let's have a look around. Oh, okay. Not much to see here.
どの星に行くの？
Okay, so we've got a few different. We've got the main game, we've got some bonus stuff. It looks like there's quite a lot. Head to shooting starlight. Fair enough. Start.
行くぞ。
Because we've already edited what we're wearing to the best, and same with the girl, so just here. Hit start.
あれはね、宇宙にいるドラゴン。
すげえ。
少年は旅だ。かの少年
There are a lot of dragons in Fairy Tail.
この宇宙に何をもたらすのか。伝説の英雄となるのか。魔王として破壊の限りを尽くすのか。さあ、冒険の始まり。あなたの足で進むのです。
惑星ブルーガーデンに行けるようになったわよ。
オイラたちが次に向かう星、冒険者たちの星と言われてるよ。
ねえ、あんたすっごく強いし、私たちのボディーガードやらない？
いいけど、なんでだ。
私たちはこの B キューブっていう動画サイトでいろんな動画を配信してるの。B キューバーなんて呼ばれてるわね。
すげえなこれ。
ただ、B キューバーっていろんなところに行くから怖い目に遭うこともあるんだ。
だからか。乗った。
I mean, we all kind of know what the joke there is, like VTubers.
なあ、あの上の方どうなってんだ。
さあ、高くてわかんないな。
見てくる。
いいわね、あんた。空が飛べて羨ましいな。
お、じゃあレベッカも来いよ。
私、エーテルギア使えないから。
エーテルギア
Seemed
は
like a
関
bit
係
of
ね
a
えぞ。
random segue
じ
to
い
this
ちゃん
bit.
とこれで飛んでるんだ。
これで飛べるの？
ああ、前にじいちゃんからもらったんだ。城主様やマイケルは大切にしろ、ジギーの遺産だって言ってた。
遺産なんて、そんな大事なもの私に渡していいの？
ああ、友達だろ。
So if you notice, but on the left side,
ありがとう。
through the hole in the floor, you've seen some sakura that are from outside the
す
ship.
ごい、見て、空飛んでる。うわー、これで撮れたことのないアングルの動画も撮れるわね。
And there he is, the Japanese angle. As for the phone, it's not getting too warm. There's a little bit of increase in temperature, but definitely nothing uncomfortable. It's really mild.
あれがブルーガーデンの冒険者ギルド流星の灯火。準備はいい？冒険の始まりよ。
冒険の始まり。
まず受付のクラリスに会ってあんたの冒険者登録をしなくちゃ。
I think for today we can might as well just go straight there instead of having a little walk around.
クラリス、ただいま。レベッカ、おかえりなさい。グランベルはどうだった？私、心配で心配で。無事でよかった。もう大げさなんだから。彼はシキ、惑星グランベルで知り合った漂流者って扱いかな。でね、身元よくわからないんだけど冒険者登録できる？当たり前じゃない。ただ時間はかかっちゃうかな。じゃあその間はシキにギルドの中を案内してるわ。うん、カードができたら連絡を入れるね。あんたの重力のエーテルギアってどうやって身につけたの？
おう、じいちゃんに教えてもらったんだ。だけどまだじいちゃんを超えてないんだ。俺はもっと強くなりてえ。
確かにまだ途中って感じがするというか、もっと強くなれる気がする。
よし、もっと強くなってレベッカたちを守れるようになるぞ。
Okay. Let's select the skill icon that's covering it, so okay, you can collect it, but as you can see on the screen, it's covering it for some reason.
いいぞ。
Ooh, flashy, we get to see a little preview of it. That's nice. Maybe a little difficult to remember it just by icons what they all do. I imagine early on in the game it doesn't matter too much. Okay. So it's 45 minutes in and it still feels like we're kinda in the tutorial.
ちゃんと並んでくれます？サインは10万グリ、握手は1万グリですわ。あら、底辺 B キューバーのレベッカさんじゃありませんか。
知り合いかこいつ。
ラビリア・クリスティ、有名 B キューバーってやつで、私をバカにする嫌なやつ。ここんとこ動画面白くないですわ。そろそろ引退考えたらどうです？余計なお世話よ。せいぜいつまらない動画を量産してくださいな。
おい、
何ですの？サインが欲しいなら。何ですの？これ。
友達泣かしたな。
シキ、そんなことしなくていいから行くよ。何ですの？
Interesting. Little hint of power there.
レベッカさんのお友達ですの。あいつ動画回しますわ。
See the stars in her eyes there. Might as well have been dollar signs, you
フィ
know.
ールドの中はだいたいこんな感じね。あとわからないことは？
じゃああれってなんだ？
マザーよ。
マザー。
って言ってもホログラムだけど、実際はあれよりもとでかいんだって。なぜ何のために存在するのかも分かってない謎の生命体。昔桜コスモスの外に出た冒険者が偶然見つけたって話以外は情報がないの。
俺こいつに会ったことあるような気がする。
マザーに会ったって？マザーを見たってやつには何人もあった。
だが実際は全部ホラ話だ。こいつで何人目だよ。
おいお前ら、言いたいことはよーく分かった。とりあえず俺と友達になってくれ。
友達だってよ。なんだよこいつ。
好き、行くよ。
This game is full of jerks.
やったなレベッカ。
いい連携ね。
But in a way, with everyone else being so bad, it kind of makes your character and also Rebecca, it makes them feel you're more inclined to like them. So it kind of works. Return home or challenge. Interesting. Let's hit challenge and see what that is. I wonder if home is going to be like a sort of game menu.
もう少し時間かかりそうだし、街で暇を潰しましょう。
You see on the left there with the exclamation mark? Check out the city. Okay.
すっげえ、ギルドよりも人がいるな。おいそこの男、俺と友達に。
待ちなさい。いい人も悪い人もいろんな人がいるの。闇雲に行っちゃダメよ。都会でいい人、しかも運命的な出会いなんて奇跡みたいなもんなんだから。
オイラとレベッカみたいにね。
へえ、奇跡ね。どんな出会いだったんだ？
それはね、路地で動けなくなってたオイラをレベッカが助けてくれたんだ。
路地？それって。
わかんないけど。
Oh, that's sad.
ちゃったんだ。でもレベッカが私と同じだねって。それからはいつも一緒だよね。
Happy's a fun character in Fairy Tail.
一人ぼっちじゃないよ。ずーっと一緒。これからもね。ハッピーはね。だから名前がハッピーなの。
That's a
私が幸せだから。
good thing to do there. That's quite cool.
オイラハッピーだよ。
Huh. I wonder if anyone ever named their cat Happy after Fairy Tail.
あんた、こんなことで泣かないでよ。
四季は優しいんだね。
そういうわけで、
Yeah, maybe a little too nice.
子供の頃から
I kind of feel like there's going to be a part where he loses his temper, and something like goes Hulk on them, whoever it is.
これエクシド製の猫だろ。俺にくれよ。つうかもらったわ。それじゃ。
Exceed. Rings a bell for some reason.
たち泥棒。ゲレさん。レベッカ、オーダー。
Yeah, there's no hint though where they went, other than that big barrier, so we can't go that way. All that way. Still seeing some pop in here and there. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, in a lot of games. Alright, she's helping. Excellent moves. I'm going to assume that as this is kind of like a tutorial part, that I don't have to worry about my health as much. That the game will give me plenty of health options, or she will kind of be like my white mage. I can't believe we lost combo. So I was wondering if that thing was flying. Oh, I'm flying. How do I start flying? Ah, there's a button. So I'm hitting attack. On the right side, the thing with wings is the fly button. Where is she going? Are these going to keep respawning, or like do we just go to the edge and then just exit? How is this working, I wonder? Or do we have to defeat all of them for the exit to appear to let us out? Well, it looks like they stopped spawning, so I guess that answers that question. Yeah, I was wondering if that's what they meant. I wonder if it would be best to be the lady, because she's got a gun. Oh, we've got some weird kind of lock-on happening. I can't tell if the barrels are doing damage to me or not. Still, 27 KO. Well, we got there quickly, that's fine. It's weird, the auto kind of stops weird places. Okay, we've done this, but oh, we've got some new gear. We have picked up something new. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, we've got a couple of new things. It must be the shoes, I think. Oh wow, she got a whole new gear. Alright then, that's that done.
ガキども、ここに何しに来やがった。とっとと帰んな。
ハッピーを返しなさい。ハッピーに少しでも傷をつけたら
The character bottom right, the dynamic island's cutting into his shoulder, but it's only really noticeable at the moment because of this cutscene. Oh boy, they are armed.
兄貴、エクシド製の猫でかっさらってきました。
高く売れそうじゃい。
ハッピーは売り物じゃない。返しなさいよ。
なら取り返してみろ。
おかしな。
Ooh. I was just trying to learn that I think the blue bar in the middle is my health.
チャンスだ。今なら逃げられる。
And yeah, so underneath the flying button is the dodge button. Kind of awkward position. I feel like my thumb's covering a bit too much of the screen to get to them. Oh, okay. There's got teased in that opening bit. I was wondering if this would happen.
猫が銃になった。
ハッピー。あんたらよくもハッピーをさらったわね。許さんぜよ。
正確すぎだろ。前段ヘッドショットかよ。
銃に必要なのはレートじゃい。この火力。パパパパパパパパパパパパパ。
ハッピーブラスターはレートも高いんぜよ。ボケー。
That was a fun little sequence.
ちょっと痛いけど死にはしないから。
And that explains that as well.
ボディーガードいらねえじゃねえか。
So she's not murdering anyone, but she is hurting them and knocking them out.
レベッカ、冒険者カードができたわ。ギルドまで取りに来てね。
クラリス、ありがとう。式、登録完了だって。ギルドに行きましょう。
これが俺の冒険者カードか。いよいよ冒険が始まるんだな。まずどこに行く？
そうね。何か目新しいものを探しに行きたいかな。ラビリアにバカにされないような再生回数を稼げる動画を撮りたい。
あいつよりすげえ動画作れる方法知ってるぞ。マザーに会いに行くんだ。
マザー？
誰も会ったことねえんだろ。だったら俺たちが一番乗りしてさ。俺もなんか会ったことあるような感じ気になるし。
考えたこともなかった。マザーに会いに行く。動画映えするわね。そのためには高性能の船が必要ね。マザーは桜コスモスの外にいるんだから。
レベッカ、オイラを助けてくれたワイズ博士に相談してみようよ。
そうね。じゃあ次の行き先はワイズ博士のいる惑星ノーマに決定。
そうと決まれば全力で出発だ。
おお。
はいさ
Ah, there you go with the eye, yeah. Exactly like what he says in Fairy Tail.
ああ、ワクワクするよな。
It's this results screen. I hit once, nothing happens. I hit twice and it skips to the end. It's a little difficult to manage this result screen. So we've hit the hour mark really, so I'm gonna hit return home and see what that's like. Ah, home's the ship. Okay. But we know there's nothing here for us to do. No exit here. Nothing there either. The only thing we haven't really looked at is the store. Some games give you something free every day. At least it's broken into sections. So you can see at the bottom we've got 2 currencies, and these 2 characters here, they're asking for a different currency, so paid. Whereas this, we could buy these, we have 340 and they're asking for 300. But these, we don't have this currency. Okay, I guess there's nothing for free in items. Power's Blessing. Nope. Ouija. Nope. An exchange. I guess we haven't done anything to get that yet. Alright then, so kind of like the first hour. It's a little hand-holdy, and it might still be hand-holding after this bit. We go into the professor. It might be that once we get the ship upgrade or the quest to do that, then we get a little bit more freedom, but it's still kind of dishing out the tutorial an hour in. So it's probably best to have started this one at home or somewhere where you have a good internet connection to get that. I would get the 3 GB download if you have the internet to do it. I wouldn't do it over the mobile network. 5G might be fast, but it'll probably be expensive too. And getting through these early missions, I feel like you could play them outside, but it might be worth just to get this tutorial done, and then when you're out and about, you got freedom to, well, you got just more freedom, you know. But I'm not going to delete this. I'm a little bit curious. Who knows, it might even have a part 2, because I feel like there's still more to be shown. Like, we've got a whole host of space stuff we haven't had explained to us yet. But the fact that it might have a part 2 doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. It means that it's taken a lot of time to get into this game, and it kind of feels like this is like an Apple Arcade kind of game, where you sit down with an Apple TV or MacBook or whatever and play it like that. So kind of sound off in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you agree that it perhaps is a bit more of an Apple Arcade game than a mobile phone game? And if you really want a part 2, or maybe even a couple of videos, let me know. It wouldn't be the first game to get a second video, and I don't mind that. So until then, until next Friday, or maybe until I see you around the side looking at the YouTube shorts or other video games I've played. Until then, take care.